Hello, Georgie Burns here again. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card using the stamp set's Animal Outing, and we're going to use the rhino and his little pal Life. That's what I've named him. Also going to use waterfront stamp set. This is for the background bits, and we're going to use that long sandy thing, I think it is, and the little dots. And for the sentiment, we're going to use Life Looks Beautiful on You, because he does. You'll also need dies for the rhino. We're going to use this one. We also want that little leaf die, and I call it a cargo net. I don't know what it is, but I'll call it a cargo net. So we want them, and also want the layer in circles dies, just the two to make the little halo. So to get started, you will need cards. Your card base is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8, and then you fold it in half and burnish it with a burn folder. You'll also need a piece of old olive measuring 5 5/8. 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. 2 bits of Whisper White card, one 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, but for the inside, and this one is 5 3/8 by 3 5/8 for layer on top of the old olive, and also scrap white for the hippo. I keep calling it a hippo. It's not a hippo, it's a rhino. So we'll start our stamping. First we'll stamp the rhino, and we're going to use Memento Black. Just need one image of him. Just leave it to ink to transfer. Lovely. Clean your stamp while you're at it. Nice and clean. This is just a sponge bought from Tesco's. You wet it, and then you spray a couple of sprays of Stampin mist on it, and it cleans the stamps lovely. I do have a Stampin scrub, but I don't like it. Right, we'll put that to one side to dry, as we need to colour the rhino in. Now we need to bring in the white piece, and for this you will need some post-it notes or any sticky paper, and you just want to stick this to a side, just leaving a little border, because you don't want these to come too far off the page. So that's what I do there. Turn it round and stick another one, because I don't want them to come all the way over here. So I just stick about like that. It's Tommy Cooper who keeps saying that like that. Just like that. Now to get this effect, I've used 3 colour inks. I've used Old Olive, lemon lime twist and pear pizzazz. So we'll open them up. Let's stay to this. The lid keeps flying off that one. I'm getting a right mess putting it back on. So with a long bit of Stampin', start off with a lemon lime twist, and you just stamp it at the top. And now you need your stamp cleaner so you can clean it, and then go into your pear pizzazz, but turn your stamp round so it's not all the same way. Odd olive, lemon lime twist, and just carry on like that. All the way down your page. I mean, you could do one colour at, you know, stamp and then stamp and then stamp. But no, me, I wouldn't get the right space between them all. And I'm turning it, cleaning it, then going on to the next colour. I think this will be the last round of colours. Yes, that'll do. Put these away. Pull these off. That looks quite nice. A bit bigger than my other ones, but that doesn't matter. No two cards are the same. Right, I forgot a colour. Need to grab So Saffron to do the little, I don't know what they're called, dots. And just dot these around the edge. There we are. Clean the stamp. Now we have to put a sentiment. In here I did do it in Old Olive, but I'm going to change it and do it in black. I think I got the wrong stamp. Right, so let's get the right stamp out. I did. That's better. And I'm just going to pop that there. Life looks beautiful on you. Put them away afterwards. Right. Pop that to one side while we sort this rhino out. Yeah, rhino, I was right. And for him, we're going to use blends. So we're going to use the light smoky slate, which this one is dark. There it is. And for the bird we want Pool Party, and I used the lovely lipstick and a bit of pumpkin pie, yes, for its beak. Just colour the bird in first, he's the quickest. Did his body in blue, or should I say Pool Party. His wings in lovely lipstick, and his tail feathers, and the little feathers on his head. And then with pumpkin pie we did his beak. And with the rhino we need the colour ivory, got it, and pink pirouette. Now with the ivory, with the rhino, I don't like their eyes, the way their eyes are, so I just loop them over with a fine pen, and I think this pen's running out, and then colour in an eye, and there you are. Changes it completely, but I prefer have their eyes open. Right, with a pink pirouette, just do a little line around its nose and the inside of its horn. And we colour the horn in ivory. And then we do his body in smoky slate light. Just colour them all in. Now with the same pen, you can do it with the dark, but I find you don't really need it. You just go over it again with the same pen and just highlight where the stamp tells you to highlight. There we are. That's that done. Didn't take long, did it? Right, now you need to cut this out using this die, but as usual I have my bits cut out. You also need to cut one of these little leaves out in AliExpresso and the cargo net in crumb cake. I couldn't show you scraps of crumb cake because I'm completely out of it, believe it or not. Not got one big enough bit of scrap of crumb cake or card piece. So I have got all my bits here. Put him to the side. He won't go to the waste. I'll cut him out and put him in my maybe one day box. So I've got the rhino, the leaf, the circle. Sorry, I used So Saffron for this, and these dies. I used, oh, what are they? 1, 2, number 3 and 2 to cut that out. No, 3 and 1 maybe. And that will go there, and that will sit on top of it. Now the cargo net, it will come out like this as it cuts into the paper. It doesn't cut it out of the paper, but to get it out of the paper, just cut round, leaving a little border. You could just cut it in a square if you want, but I just follow the lines round. Being careful you don't actually cut into the holes or you'll have a loose bit. But there is an impression around it. The die leaves an impression. You could just follow that, which is what I'm doing, where I can see it. Rid of the rubbish, and there you have it, piece of cargo net. That's what I'm calling it. You might call it something different. So with this, that gets under there whatever way you want it, that gets on top, and then he sits like that. And then this little leaf, can't pick it up, will just sit underneath like that. Looks quite nice. Right, let's put it all together. These and this need dimensionals, which I have here. Right, put a big one near his head, and then just 2 little ones, because it's going to be supported, his body, by the ring. So on the ring we need to put some dimensionals. We'll be putting a few on this. I know somebody will be shouting, "That's too many." put what you want on. It's your card, nobody else's, until you give it away or sell it. So that will sit like that. Looks quite nice to me. Right, let's put this card together. I use wet glue. My choice of glue is Cosmic Shimmer, as I like this glue. Used it for years. Tried other glues, but don't like them. I find Tombow a rather sticky glue if you get it on your hands and everything, whereas this one is not too bad. Hopefully that's nice and straight. Yes. Right, I know we've got a white card base. As I said before, I always stick a piece of card on the inside to balance the card out. Or help balance the card out. Let's get my bone folder and burnish that again. Get it to lay flat. Put the lid on my glue so it doesn't dry up. Right, with this I just set it down like that. And then took all the backings off the dimensionals. Make a mess on the side. These backings go everywhere, don't they? And then I just place that there, and the dimensionals hold the cargo net down. And sit that there. I need the glue again to just pop a little bit of glue on the bottom and place it under the ring. So that's that card finish, but it's not. It needs to have some gems. Well, I think it does. I like gems on my card. And I'm going to put gold ones, but I couldn't make... These are Stampin' Up! Faceted gems. I know they're... Oh, I think... No, they're still current. Oh, we'll use these since they're current. Yeah. I don't have many little ones. That's all right. I'll put 2 little ones. And then a medium-sized one. Don't quite like the medium-sized one. I'll stick that there. So, there we have it. Today's card. Actually, I don't like them gems. So, not waste them. Take them off again. we'll just put on little glass ones. Backings. There we are. That's better, they're not so in your face. So that's today's card. That's the card I made the other day. Hope you like it and give me a thumbs up. And if you like my cards, you could subscribe and press the bell next to it and get notification. And all I can say is thank you for visiting. See you next time.